I'm Edwin Olson, run Olson Shoe Service. Been here since 1964. My dad died in 64 and left me stuck with the place, and so I've been here since 64 with my grandmother, and she died, and now my son's here and grandsons. So, well, it's same old two-block area it's always been, but it changes dramatically every year, you know. And then, of course, we're in the shoe world, shoe repair. My father, my grandfather, great-grandfather, they all were in the shoe repair world. And my great-grandfather, I didn't know or anything, but the Historical Society, the genealogy up there, I went up and asked them once if they could help me find out something about him, and they said, sure, come back in a couple of weeks. And they made me a nice little folder of a lot of information that I didn't even know about, you know, how he was in the Civil War. And in the Civil War, you know, there were gray coats and blue coats, Union, and he was a blue coat. I didn't know that. And he shot at the gray coats. He was a cannoneer, and you know, but he came from Sweden and came to up by Rockford, Illinois, and stuff. And he was only here a year or so, and he decided he didn't really like farming, and because they didn't have no John Deere tractors, and that was hard work, you know. And it's only lasted about a year or two at that, and came down here to Manhattan and decided he would take up the boot making, boot repair and stuff. And my grandmother went to her bedroom, which is in the back corner of the shoe shop, and she came out with a shoe box and says, okay, if you want to buy it, I got $18,000 here in this shoe box. Because she didn't believe in banks and stuff like that, you know. And so that's how they bought this property in here. Was some shoes have definitely changed. The throwaway shoe is in, you know. Back in my father's day, you know, everything was stitched together, leather soles, brass nails. I got my grandfather's hammers and tools back there, and but nowadays we're into the man-made materials and stuff, and so. But we still repair a lot, especially Western boots. We do a lot of, you know, a lot of Western boots cost $400, $500, $600, and they don't throw them away. No. And do little odds and ends to them. Like just the other day, there was a young lady, college girl in here, bought her some new cowboy boots, $600, and her pup chewed the toe off of it. And she was just afraid to tell her dad about it and everything. Her dad paid for it and everything. And I told her, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll make it look like new again. Your dad will never know. And we did. Saved the dog's life, you know. But yeah, we do a lot of boot shoe repair still. But it's changed, like you said. Dramatically changed, you know. The throwaway world is here. I think Aggieville will always survive, you know. I don't know, you know, all these food places, you know, how all of them will do, but they've spent a lot of money investing in it and everything. I hope they do well, because it's kind of good for the town too. You know, I see people every day come in here to bring their cowboy boots or their shoes or get some orthopedic shoes, and they're from some town out in the surrounding area, maybe 100 miles away or 200 miles away. They come here and they say, oh, by the way, where could we eat? And you know, which one of all these eateries should we go to? And I'll point one out and say, why don't you go to this one? This is really good. Or this one, this is a new one right across the street here. You ought to go over there. And sometimes they come back and says, how was that place? And that I sent you to eat? Oh, that was the greatest place. You know, those are the friendliest people. You know, the waitresses, and we don't have nothing like that in my. I've never been to you know, a lot of them are older. I've never been to a place like. I've been to places like Rusty's, but I had never been to some of these nice places, you know. So that's good, really, you know. Just dropped some money here. You know, not cheap to eat in those places. And I enjoyed it. It's kind of fun messing with people, you know, coming in the door and talking to all kinds of people, you know, the grumpy ones and the college girls and the college guys. And things will change. I don't know about this, the world of shoes, where it's going to evolve to. You know. But there's still, I found this little niche of decrepit older people with their issues, and so that's pretty cool. You know.